Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to take a look at the new Halo 2-pack. In this 2-pack, you get Spartan Mark 5 and Jega. I'm not going to even attempt to brutalize that last name, but this is the packaging it comes in. Top left here we have the Halo logo. Top right we have New World of Halo scale. This scale is done 1/18 scale. Here on the bottom left we have Master Chief. Here on the bottom right we have, this is one set, ages 8 and above, Halo Infinite series. Here in the middle we have a nice window box that shows what you get. So you get the 2 figures, accessories, and 2 figure stands. Side of the box has this UNSC logo and Halo at the bottom, Halo Infinite logo at the bottom there, and an orange stripe. On this side you have the UNSC there. We have Halo Infinite there, and we have the orange pinstripe. The back doesn't show much besides Halo at the top, Master Chief running in the back. Here is the UPC, if that helps you find this set. And this is done by Wicked Cool Toys. Top of the box has Halo. Nothing else. It does have a hanger on it there. You can see that. Try to get in a frame there. And the bottom just has Halo also. So let's go ahead and get these guys out of the package. Oh, we have some tape on the back and on the top here. Probably have some on the bottom. We do not. Here's the backdrop, to see a backdrop. Okay, let's see what we can get out of here. It stands out. Looks like he has a tie on him somewhere. So that's that one. That's like a rubber band. Okay. Cut that rubber band. Let's see what's on the back of here. Well, looks like we have some little rubber bands. Looks like little just wing ties there. Let's see if we can stretch those to cut this out. These are super tight. Let's see if that works. That's this. Pull him out. It's just some kind of black ties. First off, we'll take a look at Spartan Mark 5. Just get him all straightened up here from getting him out of the package. As far as I know, this is a male figure. Not It doesn't look like a female figure, so. Figure's done on a blue and black and gray color scheme. Stick a 360 look. The figure. The back. Here's a blue helmet. Some gray here on top, like almost like a visor, but it doesn't do anything. Silver visor there. Blue helmet. Oh. We have blue chest armor. We have a piece of blue upper armor here on both sides. A little bit there. Gray forearms and gloves. Blue belt. Blue thigh armor and knee-high boots. Gray boots. So for articulation, his head's on a ball joint. We'll go 360. Pivots down that much. Pivots up that much. His arms or shoulders are on a 360 ball joint. Go around them. A little bit of ratcheting there to go up that far. And he does have bendable elbows. Let's see here. On both sides. And it does not get you 90, but they do bend. And they do rotate there. There. On his hand, we have a up and down hinge. And they will rotate 360 all the way around. We have an up and down hinge on this one also. He has some chest articulation here. And it will go rotate. Yeah, rotate 360. He does have hip articulation, so he will sit perfectly. Does have a thigh swivel. Excuse me. He has double jointed knees. Like so. And his feet will pivot down and rotate in. And it will go around if you so desire that. Nice figure for what you get. Stands very nice. He comes with a figure stand. There's actually two of them, one for each character. And it looks like they are the same. These two interlock. Like so. And it's just simple, just twist. You just kind of stick them at an angle like this. And they interlock with other sets also. Even though they come in different colors. See how we get this guy to use this peg stand. Yep. So here's his gun. What do they call this thing? Let's see. A shock rifle. So done in all gray, some brown on there on the handle, and brown here on the bottom. There's like a handle here. You guys can see that. I'm not even sure how he's supposed to hold this thing. But we'll give it the old college try. I got a fat thumb. His thumb's kind of short too. Well, so not going to get very good posability out of this one. This is definitely a unique weapon. Very difficult to get him to hold the blaster, but not impossible. I don't want to make this video too long, so we will get an idea. That's what that looks like. Okay, let's look at the next figure, which is Jega. He's actually a bigger figure than the Spartan. So it's definitely a unique joint there. We'll take a look at that. So he has like a gray skin alien here. We have a darker gray, really dark gray armor with some red throughout. Look at the figure. So in the color on the back, just that dark gray in his skin color. There's some silver there on the arm. Silver on that arm. I noticed on this figure it doesn't have a lower jaw here. You can see his upper set of teeth inside there, but he has no mouth. So this piece is kind of like in front of his lower jaw, I guess. Maybe it looks like this guy's been in some battle damage. He has some cybernetics, especially with that elbow there. We'll go down through the figure, see what we can find. So his head's on a ball joint, kind of like tilted that way, but it will rotate 360. You just gotta work it. He has some red here, and no, just on the one side. It's red on his helmet. His head kind of goes back that much, but if you want to get that, you gotta watch it gets caught on here. So this is all one piece here and on the back. This part's all one piece. So he does have articulation right here. So you know, he can get a ab crunch. Some swivel side to side, but it kind of doesn't want to go, so I'm not going to force it. So his arms are on a ball joint. He does have that silver trim there. So I'm just going to go down a tad. You can see this piece of armor is going to get in the way. Right there, that's it. So if you want to raise his arm up to the side, that's all you're going to get because of this armor. He does have bendable elbows. It's not it's way less than 90 degrees. It looks like his hand just rotates. And maybe it's just the way it's made, like a ball. You kind of give a little of a in and out there, but there's no joint that I can see. This way, it must be just the way it's made for the actual ball joint for the figure. But it kind of has a full arm here. But here it has almost like a thinner arm on this side. More of a robotic arm. So it has 360 here. All the way around. Bend elbow. But yeah. Get you 90 on that one. But you gotta watch this tip here. You kind of gotta make sure it's sitting to the side, because if it'll hit the arm. If you kind of angle it a little bit, it'll go past the arm. Get you that 90. So it must be like a robotic arm. The hand looks like it is on the joint. It goes all the way in like that. And out like that. He does have some hip articulation. He can sit for the most part. For the sculpt wise, it's going to be kind of weird regardless. He's kind of a hunched over figure. He does have some thigh rotation, unless that's just the ball working. That's how to tell. Yeah, it's like there's something I can feel. Just hold that. Yeah, it's there. You have to hold this ball though, or it mainly moves there unless you hold on to that joint. He has single jointed knees, pretty much. That's it because of the sculpt. Oh, he has some articulation here, and his feet roll. Let's see here. Goes side to side. Kind of doesn't want to pivot down because the heel hits the back of the leg, so it's not going to pivot down. But you can get a side to side on him. So stability wise, yeah. I mean, if you get it in the right position, it's going to stand okay on its own. But it'll take a little bit of work, a little bit of balancing. So he comes with another bladed weapon, like on his arm. It is done in a red and yellowish, kind of giving like a heated blade look. Silver handle. It is a softer plastic and does bend pretty good, as you can see. So I'm going to have to put something heavy on that for a little bit to make it flat. So his hands have like two middle fingers here and then two, it looks like two thumbs. So it may be a little different getting him to hold this thing. You got to get the two fingers on one side and the two thumbs on the other, but it holds it perfectly. Nice and snug. So this is how he compares with the Spartan. So you actually see Jega is taller than the Spartan. So here, show us some comparisons. Here he is with the Chieftain. I believe that's what he was. He is a big, bulky figure. He actually is still taller than Jega. So here he is with the other guy, the Brute. I believe this is the Brute. Here he is with Master Chief. Here he is with the other Spartan. This is the Mark 7. He is on his figure stand, so he'll be a tad bit taller. Let's get these guys out of here for a second. Here is how the other Spartans fare together. I'm just going to throw this stand in here just to put Master Chief on so we can stay the same height. So this is our 3 current Spartans that we have for this Infinite Series line. And that's how they look. Looking really cool. Getting the hold of that weapon is kind of tricky, but overall they look awesome. Very cool. So if you're wondering, I picked this set up at Target. That's where I found it. It is $19.99 was the price. So you get the 2 figures and the 2 stands and their weapons. So that breaks it down to pretty much, $9.99 a figure. For $9.99, these are awesome figures. This Master Chief came with the Warhawk. If you're interested, do have reviews up for those other figures. If you want to check that out. Here is how he stands with the pilot. Okay. Let's see if we got one more comparison here. Here we go with the actual Marines. And that is the set you get. And all the accessories, the 2 stands and the 2 figures. Do I recommend them? Yeah, because but to break it down, you're getting for $10. This Spartan by itself for $10 is well worth it. You get double joint in these, nice articulation. It's hard to come across a nice action figure for, $10, especially 1/18 scale with articulation like that. Jega's kind of cool. I like the design of him. It's kind of menacing. So, yeah, definitely recommend them. They look good. Have the 3 different color Spartans and some from bad guys from the fight. The only issue with the blue Spartan is that weapon, and it doesn't really hold it that great. And that's really the only issue I have with him. Jega, and maybe because it's due to design, so I'm not digging that left arm, that robotic arm. Maybe it's kind of different. But it was cool. So I hope you guys like this review. If you like this review, please consider subscribing. It'll help us out. And if you are actually looking for this set or any other action figures, I'd like to wish you happy hunting. And we will see you in the next review.